switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous. They act like they made us. You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the that hate us. I make a lot of new money. When the not savers. You be liking my flavor. I think it's cause ice on the wrist. On the wrist. On the wrist. Watch out.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
56, right there, 56. Hey, keep it up. Check three.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there right off the bat, 52 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow.
Still kill. 27.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The point after is good. And it's now 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Check 13. Check 13. 44, Mike, 44.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
To the air again, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Elliott.
I got you, boy.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Check. Tight dog. Begin. On the ball now.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded inside the 5. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, he'd need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
46.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. It's caught, Cooper. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Now Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll give it here to his running back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50, the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 75 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a handoff here to his running back. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tighten down. Chris don't travel.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 9 now. Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A 1st down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. Will, in fact, wind up losing a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yep. I'm coming after you. They go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Squeeze, double up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Rolling to his right. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. Now it's Martin.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
6-6, pull it high. 5.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
60 or. Mike, 54. Switch up, switch up. Hustle, hustle. Ready, ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll look to throw here. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the Browns' 42-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row